one final thing that we got to briefly mention, because it was a big talking point online, although it was pretty controversial back and forth, was the trophy.
Oh, yeah.
Because, so if you didn't see, the trophy was just a dyed disc. And I say just lightly because I don't want to discredit the person who dyed it, because
it's not their fault.
Well, no, the disc dye was incredible. It was like, it had the logo, just a black stencil dye, but then like all the areas that there would be color, they did like a brainwave type dye. So like, very cool disc.
It'd be a sick trophy for a B tier.
That's the issue, is you just won a Pro Tour, and like they hand it to Paige before she does her interview, and Paige literally just tossed it to the side.
Here's my thing, right?
Like, it's just...
You can go...
It was a disc?
You can go... An MVP disc.
Number one, you're gonna release a video and talk about how much effort you put into those tee pads, right? The thing is, the trophy's just getting overlooked, because if it was actually an item on these tournament planners' agendas, then surely they would put attention to it, because they are, like, we're getting to the point where we are trying with these events pretty hard. Like, we're trying to make them look as professional as possible, and I think they're just not realizing, and maybe this is a wake-up call, but they're just not realizing how important the little things like the trophy can be, because you immediately, if you have a cool enough trophy, you have just added prestige to your tournament without even trying, especially the majors. It's crucial for the majors. The PGA Championship this last weekend, the Wanamaker Trophy, I believe that's what it's called. That's a big deal. Like, people know that's the trophy. When you hoist it up, you're like proud to do it. Like, it is a big deal. Number two thing, a trophy, you only need to buy the big trophy once, right? It's an investment. For your tournament. If you're going to keep running that tournament, just buy it once, engrave the names in as you go, and then have a smaller trophy, maybe a replica to hand out to the player. I don't think, in the realm of how much money is being thrown around these days, I don't think it's that much of a budget constraint.
No, because you can pay $200 for a pretty sick looking crystal trophy.
Yeah, you can. That's what I'm saying. Even if you want it to be shaped like a disc, a crystal like disc would be cool. Like, that would be fine.
You can send them home with the dyed disc that says...
Yeah, like...
That's fine. But the part that was weird was, like, even during Simon's interview...
They just don't care about the trophies. They don't care about it.
When Simon's interview, he handed him the disc, and then he just, like, had it, like, under his arm while he's interviewing. Versus, like, if you're holding, like, a sick trophy or you put it down, like...
You want them to feel special. Like, oh, my gosh, look at this trophy. Like, you just want it to be a big deal. I just think it's getting overlooked.
Absolutely.
I think... If they realized how silly that looks, and I think this tournament might be enough, because other than that, unless you're listening to us, nobody seems to talk about it that much. But this one, people were talking about. But like, it just looks silly, and like the trophy raising ceremony too it's a problem already, because
it's not really a ceremony.
It needs to be, you tap out your winning putt. We've said this forever. You tap out your winning putt. You hug your friends and family, sign your scorecard, shake your hands with your competitors. Now let's present the trophy, right?
And let's actually have like a podium the trophy's on.
Nobody's going anywhere.
Bring out a mic, let's put up a backdrop.
Instead of, oh my gosh, Paige, you just won 2 seconds ago. You're flustered. Your emotions are freaking out right now. Here's a mic in your face. Like, no wonder.
Simon didn't know what to say.
That's what I'm
saying.
Simon
did. The win hadn't. For Paige, Paige wins plenty of times. So she had like a predetermined, like, this is what I want to say to the viewers. Simon, literally, the mic was in his face. He's like, I don't know what to say.
I understand wanting to capture the raw emotion, but like, you got to give him a second.
Yeah, let the win sit in, because you're gonna get a different emotion.
Yeah.
You interview him right after,
he doesn't know what to say.
Because there's moments where like Eagle didn't even know he won one time when the interview happened. It just
look
weird.
like news reporters where they're trying to get the people before they go into the grocery store. Like, they're not gonna. It's not like they're gonna just jump straight in their car and leave in their limo.
But regardless, I definitely think
that
I get the argument. The counter argument was players don't care about their trophy.
Well, no kidding.
That's fair. But there's twofold. One, maybe because it's a disc. Two, that's not important. The important part is the presentation to the viewers. Like Trevor's saying,
it looks good.
You keep that trophy at OTB, at whoever the TD's house is. You bring it back next year.
Yeah.
It's the same trophy. You can send the player home with the disc.
Yeah.
And they can hang that on their wall. It can be like a wooden plaque. It can be whatever. What the player goes home with is irrelevant. Because that's,
it's
that's
cool for your trophy cabinets, but
it's cool for the players, but for the viewers at home,
yes,
the viewers at home,
for the broadcast, yes.
A lot of most sports we don't really see. I mean, like NBA, you have like the ring championship, the ring celebration, stuff like that. But a lot of times at home, we don't see what they go home with.
No, you're right,
because that's not celebrated.
Unless
that's
you
not
see their
up.
tour of their trophy cabinet, then you don't.
You see what's presented at the moment,
right?
And like, imagine. Well, the only thing that really works is tennis or golf, because NBA, like, that's like a major, but. For golf, imagine golf and they just walk up and hand you a golf ball.
Yeah.
You're like, here it is.
Right,
Or
yeah.
even a golf ball with the look. Well, the golf club could be kind of sick because that's big at least.
If it was just a normal golf club.
But yeah, if you hit a stealth driver that has the logo, tournament logo on the thing.
You'd be like, what the heck? Yeah.
Yeah. And plus, that's the other thing too, is in disc golf, it's not a big deal yet.
Yeah, what kind of disc was that?
It was an MVP disc. So like then you have
True.
Like, you hand it to a Discraft player, she just chucks it to the side. You hand it to a Discmania player, and like he's like holding an MVP disc.
Yeah.
During the whole thing.
Yeah, my thing too is
like you pay those players enough money, like you're not going to see a Titleist guy holding a stealth driver like, yes, look how sick this is.
You don't care about, the reason you don't care about the trophies right now is because you didn't grow up watching your favorite pro hoist that trophy, right? The guys who grew up watching the green jackets get put on or hoisting up the Stanley Cup or all that, like that's why they want to hold those trophies because they watched it over and over again. So you do this, you implement it now, especially for the majors. And like all of a sudden that world championship trophy is the same for 30 years and you've watched.
It's like USDGC. They have a big trophy that has all the previous names and then they come back next year to get the trophy ring.
Yeah. That's yes. And the ring is a nice touch too. But that's what I'm saying. Like if it's emphasized in the broadcast so people see it, and then you keep doing it over and over again. I mean, like for hockey, like they do entire advertising for the playoffs just based around who gets to hoist the Stanley Cup. Like it is a very big deal. Green jacket, same thing. Like what do you see when you see advertised to the Masters? People getting their green jackets on. Like it's a big deal. It adds to the prestige of the tournament. And then years down the road, disc golf I think has such a like fast mindset, like such a quick turnaround mindset with a lot of things sometimes where they need to understand that, and they're starting to, they need to understand that you set these things in motion now, 50 years from now, it's going to pay off. But if you never set them in motion, then, of course, year to year, it's not going to make sense because things can't happen in a year. The sport is still very young.
Yeah.